We'll start. Good evening. We have 190 new positive cases, and we have 210 cured cases today. We have therefore active cases 1646. Our cumulative recovery stand at 2865. And the number of tests done in the last 24 hours, 2,134.
Hi, good evening, and I'll just share the figures. So now moving not in that speed. Our people who have come inside so far is 66,798 since 29th April, and people who have gone out of the state is 1,67,270. And we have booked the cases for spitting on public places. The number is 11,289, and for non-wearing of mask is 39,377. Thank you.
No. That's right. I think there was some news going around that if you have seen the details, that is only a repetition of what we had already included in our media bulletin yesterday. So I really don't know what was the reason for that being put out as a new case. Yes, the reason is that you see with our number of cases on the rise and the containment zones also, new containment zones coming into place, definitely we for surveillance purposes are also taking more samples. And then we also have Arogya Setu data, which is now very routinely being used to contact people. People have started getting SMSs and phone calls from the past 1 week onwards that their status as per Arogya Setu recommends that they come forward for testing. So we are in fact encouraging those people also to come forward and give their samples. That is another reason. And therefore the large number of samples which are being collected, even in that sense, the number of passengers who are coming, international passengers, we had a couple of flights, big flights of Vande Bharat passengers. So that is why the numbers are increasing. The number of samples is increasing. Naturally, therefore, the number of pendencies of doing the tests is also on the rise. But we are taking all necessary measures to see that our labs are operating 24/7 right from the beginning. Of course, that's nothing new. But everybody is alert and aware, and we are closely watching the figures. We have every 2 to 3 hour monitoring of the samples which are pending, the samples which are being done in the course of the day. So the health department is fully on the job. All our lab in charges, all our doctors are fully on this job, I would say, in all the various labs that we have in the state.
Madam, any plan is there to start new COVID hospital?
You see, right now, if you ask if the plan is there, there is a plan for the future. But right now, we really don't see a requirement for a new COVID hospital. Our current bed occupancy in our existing COVID hospital is constantly remaining just below 50%. So when we have that type of capacity already in our COVID hospital, we will only be stretching our resources if we go in for another one. However, keeping in mind an eventuality where we will require one, we do have our plan in mind.
How many people have, how many COVID patients have opted for going home?
You mean the home isolation? So far, the collectors have mentioned that they have got two applications each. The numbers are very much limited as of now. Collector North has received around 2 applications, and I think she's also given a permission. And Collector South is also in receipt of a couple of applications. So they will be taking a call on that based on, of course, the medical officer's report as well.
DHS last week had issued an order to the private hospitals to reserve 20% of
Yes.
beds, those who have the ICU facility.
True.
But I don't think they are willing to come on board as well. The 3 days was given to them and
Yes, yes. We are aware that at least one hospital has complied. Beyond that, the DHS has asked for compliance report from all the hospitals. So we are hearing from them. We are waiting for the responses. So definitely that process is also going on based on the orders that DHS had issued.
Ma'am, in total, how many such hospitals are there with ICU
You see, I wouldn't have that number with me, but the list is definitely there with DHs, and it is those hospitals which have been asked to give their compliance report. That list has been shared with both the collectors also, by the way. So that list was compiled by DHs, and it was shared with both the collectors by the DHs, and the DHs himself has also issued a letter to all of them asking them to immediately report their compliance to us.
Ma'am, have you done any analysis or study about impact of lockdown of 3 days on the number of cases, and what was the impact and whether actually it fulfilled the aim for which it was announced?
From health department side, we have not done such an analysis.
Is the capacity of testing being increased?
Yes, we have got one more new machine for Hospicio. We are now getting approval for 2 more machines at Ponda Lab. So yes, and we are also now on the verge of starting off antigen testing. So that is another initiative that we are taking. So these are definitely the steps we take.
Capacity per day?
You see, current capacity per day, we on an average are able to definitely do around 2,600, 2,700 tests per day. There are days when we have almost touched 3,000 also. So that is the capacity that we have. With each additional machine, our capacity goes up by another 120, 150.
They are TrueNet, right?
TrueNet machines, yes.
Madam, teachers are becoming for now positive.
Hmm.
Any plan government has taken to home, from work from home?
Whatever norms are available to the other government officers, servants, etc., government employees basically, will equally apply to teachers. And if you are asking specifically about that particular circular, not circular which is misconstrued as a circular but is actually a DO letter from the Secretary of Education, that is under submission and the government is considering the issue as we speak.
सर अभी गवर्नमेंट ने टूरिस्ट लोगों को वेलकम किया है, उसका अभी तक स्टिल कितना लोगों को पॉजिटिव हुआ है?
टूरिस्ट कितने लोग पॉजिटिव हुए हैं?
हाँ जी,
टूरिस्ट से आपका मतलब वे लोग हैं जो होटल में आके रह रहे हैं? कुछ केसेस तो आए हैं हमारे सामने. कितने केसेस बोलने से अभी हमारे पास फिगर नहीं होंगे. डेफिनेटली केसेस आए हैं, जगह जगह से तो आए हैं
अराउंड अभी 15 डेज हो गए मैम.
जी. ये अभी हम लोग दोनों पोजीशन में नहीं है बताने के लिए कि कितने लोग हैं टोटल. हम पता लगा सकते हैं बट देर आर कपल ऑफ केसेस एटलीस्ट इन माई नॉलेज अभी. लेकिन ऑथेंटिकली क्या फिगर है हम बाद में आपको बता सकते हैं. Yes, for the past 2 days, today was in fact the 3rd day when we have done the sero survey, sero surveillance test there in Mangur Hill, Chota Mangur to be specific. So that survey is going on. Once we get the results, definitely we will share it. It is still underway. It's a process which is underway.
Cases are not decreasing now in Mangur Hill.
Definitely, they are decreasing in Mangur Hill. In Chota Mangur, we have not got cases for quite some time. The cases which we are getting, the few single-digit cases that we are getting from Mangur are coming from Bada Mangur area. But we are observing definitely a decline. It is not coming down to zero, but yes, cases are definitely on the decline. If you are talking specifically about Mangur.
Ma'am, the 3-digit cases being reported every day, have you done mapping of like which are the areas from this?
Definitely yes, yes.
Which
That
are
is
most talukas which are
the main locations we are sharing every day in our media bulletin. But beyond that, for our surveillance purposes, each and every case is being mapped both by collectors, then the IDSP team is doing that, and then we also have the Department of Preventive Medicine and GMC. They have put a team, and now to coordinate all of this, we have a team working which is integrating the IT inputs, and Kunal sir, our Chief Election Officer and Secretary Elections, sir is leading the initiative to collate the data and map using GIS each and every case.
what trend have you noticed in those during those mapping? Have you noticed any particular trend?
See, that mapping is to identify geographically the sensitive areas where more number of cases are coming. So that is really going and getting completely coincided with those major locations that we are declaring every day in our media bulletin. And further analysis which will enable the collectors to take ground level, field level action, this is what the teams are doing and then giving. We are also using Arogya Setu data for that.
Also, age group, have you checked whether which is affecting, what age group people are affected?
IDSP is doing that background analysis.
City mayor had recently said that
I wouldn't comment on what the Honorable Mayor said, but I can definitely tell you that each and every case is in the knowledge of the health officer, and there is nothing to hide in this. In fact, we would like people to know and be careful about the fact that there are cases in their locality. And every day in the papers, at least I can see all the details about where exactly pinpointed the cases are coming. So definitely that information is coming from the health department and nowhere else. Health officers are our custodians of such data at the level of the PHC. So they are definitely sharing it with all public representatives and members of the public who need to be alerted and be made aware about the figures and the number of cases.
Ma'am, the cases which have been reported in the Chikalim is not to be shown in the news bulletin.
Cases reported in Chikalim in the sense?
The COVID cases.
See, we have switched over to a system whereby we are showing the cases PHC wise, because there were certain complaints, certain grievances from certain localities that when cases are not there in our locality, the name of our locality is appearing. So health department has data only PHC wise. So we thought we will do what we know, meaning the data which we know is of this particular jurisdiction. Therefore, for the past 1 week, we have been doing that. Now, in that, you're saying PHC Chikalim is not, our sub-district hospital Chikalim is not there. I don't think that's true. I'll cross-check. Because if there are cases in a particular PHC's jurisdiction, we are definitely showing it.
No, it is Chikalim something 50 cases are there, but it is not to be shown.
Where it is not showing?
In bulletin.
In bulletin, we show the breakup of the cases, right? We are showing the major locations also. Let us look at that bulletin and then let us be specific about what we are talking. 2-3 दिन से नहीं, लगभग 1 हफ्ते से चेंज हुआ है. मैं चेंज फॉर्मेट ही ले रही हूँ. एक मिनट रुकिए. आई एम टेकिंग यस्टरडेज फॉर्मेट सो दैट वी आर ऑन द सेम पेज रिगार्डिंग व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग. This is yesterday's media bulletin. You see, we show the breakup of the total 1,666 active positive cases. That was a figure yesterday. We are showing the cases by PHC level, urban health center, community health center. That breakup is being shown. So now specifically why one particular, this one is not there, I will not be able to comment on it. But this is prepared by the IDSP team based on the jurisdiction of the concerned hospital or community health center.
Something 50-60 cases are there, but it is not to be shown.
In that active positive cases breakup,
yes.
That might be because it is already covered under the jurisdiction of the concerned PHC or CHC. That is the only reason why it can happen. Definitely, otherwise, see, UHC Vasco, Urban Health Center Vasco, whatever is there in their jurisdiction, they are covering it. So whatever is shown here, this breakup, that is the way we are doing the data compilation now. That could be the reason. Because that sub-district hospital is already covering area which is covered by the Urban Health Center or the PHC. It is not having separate jurisdiction of its own. You see, there is no entry for Madgaon sub-district hospital, district hospital Madgaon or Asilo hospital. Why? Because the cases, the jurisdiction of Asilo and the jurisdiction of this place of Hospicio is overlapping with the jurisdiction of the PHCs. Jurisdiction of 4-5 PHCs together make the jurisdiction of the district hospital. Of course, it will be the entire district. Sub-district hospital, it will be based on that jurisdiction. SDH Ponda, SDH Chikalim. That is the reason why. We are not showing it ward-wise or village-wise any longer. We are showing it as per the PHC jurisdiction. Because our PHC doctors are compiling the data at their end and they are shifting the positive persons. Therefore, this is the authentic data that we thought we can share without then having this confusion about where exactly the cases are. Our health center's jurisdiction. That is why we have switched over to that format, and perhaps that is the reason for what you are mentioning.
But people are taking it on the lighter head, thinking like Chikalim has no.
No, I really don't think that is the case. Everybody knows where the cases are. As I mentioned once already, media reports every day are showing exactly where pinpointed location to the level of the address of the house. So then people are aware, and public representatives are definitely aware. So there is definitely, I don't think, any misunderstanding or lack of seriousness regarding this.
Are you going to involve private labs for testing? Because a few of the hospitals have already moved a proposal to you.
And that proposal has been accepted as well. Some of them want to start antigen, some of them want to start RT-PCR. So depending on what their proposal is, depending on whether they have fulfilled the criteria and whether they are having the necessary approvals, we are considering them.
Right now, how many private hospitals are allowed?
Private hospitals or private labs?
Yeah, labs.
There are some hospitals also which have come forward. We have allowed, at least to my current knowledge, there are 2 hospitals which we are allowed to conduct their own tests. Private labs, there are around 4 to 5 of them which have told us that they want to do the antigen-based testing. So they have also been approved. Around 4 to 5 of them are there. So that has been.
Private hospitals, they had asked for antibody testing permission. They had moved file.
They had asked for antigen testing.
Antibody.
Antibody testing, whatever they have asked for, as I said, that yes, there was a proposal that has been considered in the light of the ICMR guidelines. Wherever it has been permissible, we have allowed it.
So 4 to 5 private labs, and how many private hospitals?
Private hospital, as I mentioned, there are 2 hospitals from which the proposals had come so far, at least. Many more may be there with DHS. I'm talking about the ones which have been approved, which have completed the process of government approval.
They are not allowed till now.
Who?
These private.
They have been allowed. They have been allowed. Whether the permission has been conveyed to them, I am not aware as of now, because we have processed the file. We have got approval just very recently, and it may be in the process of conveying, or perhaps it may already have been conveyed to them. In fact, one hospital, I'm sure it has been conveyed, because I got their confirmation message as well. Sorry? The hospitals that I am talking about are Manipal and Apollo Victor. Both of them had applied to do their own tests.
They are not interested in treating patients, but they want to conduct.
That I will again not comment on. I am talking specifically on the issue that was raised by your colleague about whether they have been allowed to do the tests or not. Yes.
Antigen test.
Sorry?
Antigen.
Yes. Now he is saying that one of them have applied for antibody test. The specificities of it I am not getting into right now, but whatever applications are being submitted by private hospitals or private labs who want to do the testing, see, RT-PCR, nobody has got permission. RT-PCR, because no other lab in Goa, apart from the government labs, has got permission from ICMR to open an RT-PCR lab. So all these labs have asked for permission. What you may be thinking about, some labs which are collecting samples, those are only for sample collection. They all send the samples to their labs in Mumbai, because it is only the Mumbai lab which has been approved. They don't have an approved lab in Goa. Then what you mentioned, that there are labs which have asked that we want to start antigen-based testing. Antibody is for a very different purpose. Antibody testing is to see whether a person has already got the infection and has developed antibodies for it. So that will not serve the purpose of declaring a person as positive or negative. Therefore, it is the antigen-based testing which is actually of relevance and importance.
Manipal had asked for
Antibody
antibody.
for a specific purpose. They had a specific purpose, not for mass testing, meaning not for public testing. For public testing, they've asked for permission for antigen.
Ma'am, how many people have donated the plasma?
To my knowledge, there are around 15 to 20 donors, and many more are coming forward. It's a very welcome trend, and we would definitely be very, very appreciative of people who would come forward and be willing to donate their plasma.
And there was a case of beggar being found, homeless man being found COVID positive. So are other homeless people, especially in Margao, being tested? Or?
Collector South is looking after that issue. I think he also had a meeting yesterday with the concerned authorities as well as the people who are involved in this. So Collector South is definitely looking into that issue.
Plasma therapy has started.
No. There are some steps to be fulfilled before plasma therapy can be started. Also, how exactly plasma therapy is to be done in which patient, that is a call to be taken by the treating medical doctor.
Madam, one plasma can be used for 2-3 patients. Or
I will not be in a position to tell you about that. I really don't know about that. All that I know is that there is a certain criteria to be fulfilled before you can donate plasma, and there is a criterion to be fulfilled before you can receive plasma. So both these things have to be matched. Whether you're saying plasma from one person, can it be utilized for? I really would not venture to talk about that, because I don't know. I will have to check with my medical team.
you can consult doctors and get them.
Sorry? Yes, definitely. I can ask the medical team.
A discrimination has been seen in back of the days on video has been viral that the patient from the Vasco are taken as a COVID patient.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
A patient from the Vasco have been taken as a COVID patient. All the people from the Vasco, the discrimination is going on.
You are saying that there is discrimination going
There
on?
was an allegation, sir.
I will only say that such discrimination is definitely not acceptable. There should first of all not be any discrimination against COVID positive persons, and secondly, definitely there cannot be any discrimination towards people from a particular place. That's all that I will say as of now.
How many are in ICU right now?
Sorry?
How many are in the ICU?
ICU. ICU, see, right now we have two concepts at the COVID hospital. We have an ICU and then we have an intensive treatment unit. Those patients who require invasive ventilation, those are the patients who are put on ICU. Those who are on non-invasive ventilator, NIV, they are kept in the ITU. So in the ITU, we have around six patients to be precise. And in the ICU, we have 3 patients. Thank you.